think you've already spoke this week about the 7 forwards and 1 back incident from the bench. It's within the rules that Razzie and Jack Nainabar are using. I don't want you to kick off fully here, Matt, but you were saying that there needs to be a change there, do you believe?
Matt, if I could say kick off fully, it's been a while since you've been trending on social media channels, so kick off fully, go for it.
Mate, you know me, mate. I only have 2 speeds, play out and stop, mate. There's no third gear. There's no third gear.
Just teeing you up there, Matt,
Mate, look, just so everyone knows, the bench was put in place in the old days you had 15, if you got injured, bad luck, right? Then they put a bench in. But what teams ended up doing was they might play, say, Allen's on the bench as a back rower and a prop got hurt. They were putting back rowers into the front row and guys were getting hurt. So this whole bench issue was a safety issue. It's the same with the back three, same with scrum halves, getting tackled, at the breakdown, getting hurt. This was a safety issue to have a bench. And what South Africa have done is abused player safety issue and put a whole pack on the bench. And it's against the spirit of the game, and it's against those safety rules. Now, World Rugby should have seen this coming because for years, teams, not just South Africa, France as well, been picking a 6-2 bench, and it should never have been allowed to get to this. All World Rugby had to say was 3 of your bench have to be recognised backs. That's all they had to do, and this problem would not be there. What South Africa did the other day, I think, is totally against the spirit of the game and certainly totally against player safety, right? So I just am totally against this. And I think I would hope, and I don't believe this will happen, but World Rugby should act in the next week and say, during the World Cup, you need 3 recognised backs on your bench. Problem over. But the fact that they haven't, South Africa are not breaking any laws, but it is a blight on the game that needs to be stopped right now. Because what's going to happen is exactly what happened on Saturday. The outside backs, they should have bought tickets in the stand because they were just spectators. South Africa played the game between their forwards and their scrum half. There was, and they've got quality backs. This is not a problem. They've got quality players right across their team, but it is not the way the game should be played, nor is it in the spirit of the game. So that's the first part. The second part of that is they are opening themselves up to karma. And believe me, there is karma in rugby. Karma means if you only got 1 back on your bench and you get two injuries or a sin bin or a send-off, you're in serious trouble. So the Africans are rolling the dice. And we all know when karma comes into play, or Murphy's Law is another way of putting it, what can go wrong will go wrong.